All right, so today we're going deep on personal finance.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got this guide that claims understanding this stuff is like having a superpower.
A superpower, huh? Well, I mean, I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to feel like they've got a handle on their money, right?
Right, absolutely.
So the first thing this guide jumps into is budgeting.
Okay.
And they've got this cool analogy about giving every dollar a job.
Ah, I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like if your money's just sitting there, it's like it's unemployed.
Yeah, just kind of floating around.
Exactly, and then it just disappears.
Right, you don't know where it went.
So, I mean, is that really the core of budgeting, though? Just like listing out where every dollar goes?
It's definitely a starting point,
Yeah.
for sure. But I think it's helpful to think of a budget as more like a roadmap, you know?
Okay, like a financial roadmap.
Yeah, like it helps you see where your money's coming from and where it's going. But it also helps you prioritize. Like, what are your goals? What do you really value?
Okay, so it's about more than just like penny pinching.
Exactly.
Gotcha. So after budgeting, the guide goes into saving, specifically for emergencies. And they say you should aim for like 3 to 6 months worth of expenses.
Yeah, that's a common recommendation.
But is that always feasible, though? Like for everyone?
It's a good benchmark, I think. But yeah, you're right. Everyone's situation is different.
Right.
Someone who's got, a really stable income, it might just stick with like a cash reserve. But if your income is kind of up and down,
Yeah.
you might want to consider something a little different, like maybe some cash, but also some short-term, low-risk investments, something that can potentially grow a bit.
Oh, interesting. So even with emergency funds, there's like strategy involved.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about finding what works best for you.
So for me, where things start to get really interesting is investing,
Yeah.
because this guide says it can help you retire early, which, I mean, talk about a superpower.
Yeah. That definitely has a nice ring to it.
Right.
Well, and the thing is, that power of compound interest, it's pretty undeniable. Like, let's say you consistently put even small amounts into something like a Roth IRA.
Okay, the Roth IRA.
So your earnings there, they grow tax-free.
Oh, wow.
And over time, those contributions, even if they're small, they can really snowball, So that's like your money working for you, making more money.
Right. It's not just sitting there.
Exactly. And on top of that, you could be looking at a lower tax burden down the line.
Whoa. Okay. So it's not as simple as just saving up cash.
Right.
It's about actively growing your money.
Exactly.
Okay, that's pretty powerful stuff. The guide also talks about debt. In fact, they call it a wealth killer.
Ooh, yeah.
And honestly, I think a lot of people, myself included, we find debt confusing and kind of scary.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty common feeling.
Right.
It can definitely feel overwhelming. But the thing is, not all debt is created equal.
Oh,
You got to be able to tell the difference between good debt and bad debt.
good debt and bad debt. So what's that all about?
Okay, so good debt would be something like a mortgage with a low interest rate or maybe a student loan, but only if it's going to help you get a job that pays well, like an investment.
So it's strategic.
Yeah. Now, bad debt, that's like high interest credit card balances.
Yeah.
That stuff can really trap you, stuck in that cycle of payments.
It can feel like you're never going to get ahead.
Exactly. So the key is you got to understand those interest rates. You got to know your repayment terms.
So you can like stay in control of it.
Exactly. And avoid those pitfalls.
Gotcha. So it sounds like knowledge is power here, even with something like debt.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it.
So this brings us back to that idea from the guide that financial literacy is a superpower.
Absolutely. It's all about being informed and making choices that align with your goals.
Yeah, I'm seeing that now.
Like, budgeting lets you allocate your resources effectively. Saving, that gives you that safety net and the foundation to build on.
Okay.
Investing helps your money grow over time.
Right.
And understanding debt, well, that keeps you from falling into those financial traps we were talking about.
Yeah.
So all of these things combined,
Yeah.
they give you the power to make informed decisions.
And achieve your financial goals.
Exactly. That's the real superpower.
Wow, this has been really eye-opening. So, to recap, budgeting, saving, investing, and understanding debt.
Those are the core building blocks.
Yeah, the foundations of financial literacy.
And as you continue learning and exploring all of this, remember, it's not just about the numbers.
Oh, okay.
It's about connecting these concepts back to your own values. What does financial freedom look like for you? Think about that. Let that guide your decisions, and that's how you'll make the most of these financial tools.
That's great advice. Really good stuff.
Thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
Me too. This was fun.